Hey everyone, this is Mike from Mike's Do It Yourself. Today I want to show you how to put in a trailer hitch for a 2014 Nissan Rogue. Now this is what it looks like. Yours may look a little different, but they did cap off the end and they do have the hardware in there, so you just want to make sure you have your hardware and everything that's included with your hitch. And here's the hardware. We got 5 bolts and 5 washers. Now the first thing to put your tow hitch on, you'll want to take off this piece right here, and this will be on the passenger side on the rear. And the bolts, you're going to have 2 bolts here, and then you're going to have 2 bolts on the other side. And 2 bolts there to take off. And for these bolts, it looks like they're about 18 millimeter, and that's what it'll take to get those off. 18 millimeter socket or wrench. Now the first 2 bolts aren't that difficult to get out. The other 2 are a little more difficult. To make it easier, it would be a good idea to take these pins out, and there's a bunch of them, and that way you can take this plastic panel off and make it easier to get to those bolts up there. Just get a flathead screwdriver. Just pry it on all sides. And it comes out like that. And you should be able to just move it out of the way enough to get access to that bolt, or the 2 bolts up there. Well, this is what that piece looks like once you get it out. I did take off the left side panel just because it's going to be a lot easier to install it. And this is what it looks like. There's a Phillips fastener on the far end, and then the other ones are those clips that come out with a flathead screwdriver. There's 3 of those. And this is what it looks like once you get that panel removed. And you're going to have a bolt here, a bolt there, and then a bolt in the front there. On the other side, you're going to have a bolt here, and then you're going to have a bolt here. Now, for some applications, you may have to move part of your exhaust or loosen up some of the fasteners, but for this one, it doesn't look like you have to. Now, you probably could use a volunteer for the next part of this. You want to lift your hitch up and connect one of your bolts on one side, and then connect the center bolt on the other side. And then once you get that done, you can go ahead and torque them to 75 foot-pounds. So let's see if I can lift this up and get one started. And just be careful not to rest things on your exhaust pipe. You don't want anything to pull down. the other side lifted up with my knee. This side in position. See it right like that. Okay. Get this side started. And you just want to use the bolts that came with your hitch and then your washer. Okay. Put the center one in on this side. I've got one in, you just put the other two in, and then the other one on the other side. Okay, once they're tight, you can go ahead and torque them to 75 foot-pounds. Tighten these last two up to 75 foot-pounds. Once you got them all tightened down to the proper torque, you can go ahead and put your plastic panel pieces back on. For these tabs, it's just a matter of pushing it in and then push the button on the outside, and it should lock in place. Now when you try to get your driver's side panel back on, you're going to need to cut it or just leave it off. See the bottom of the hitch hits on it. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to make marks along here to where the hitch ends and then cut that out, and then I can put this piece back on. But you can see how it hits it. And it won't fit back in the way it's supposed to. That's only on the driver's side. Okay, this is what the piece looks like that I cut out right here. So I'll try that and see if it fits. Alright, well, this has been Mike from Mike's Do It Yourself. I hope this has been helpful. And good luck on your next home or automotive project. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.